I didn't notice 93 until I started counting the things that were missing. Not lost. Missing. Like they had never existed at all. My childhood home. I drove past the street where it should have been. There was a parking lot. A strip mall. I asked my mother. She said we'd never lived there. She said we'd always lived in the apartment on Elm Street. I remembered the house, the blue shutters, the oak tree in the backyard, the smell of my father's pipe tobacco. But my mother had no memory of any of it. She looked at me like I was crazy. Maybe I was. The next week, my best friend from high school disappeared. Not physically. From my phone, from my contacts, from my memory. I could picture his face, his laugh, the way he chewed on his pen cap during algebra. But when I tried to call him, the number was disconnected. I searched social media. Nothing. I asked other friends. They said they'd never heard of him. They said I must be thinking of someone else. I started a list. Missing things, my first bike, my grandmother's locket, the scar on my left knee from falling off that bike, all gone, not forgotten, erased. As if someone was going through my life with a whiteout pen, covering over the details one by one. The number appeared on the day I turned 33. 3 plus 3 plus 3? No, 33 is not 93. But the clock on my wall stopped at 9:30. 9:30. 93 minutes past the hour? The digits 9 and 3. I stared at them. The clock ticked again, 9:31. But the number stayed in my head, 93, 93, 93. I started seeing it everywhere, on license plates, on receipts, on the spine of a book I'd never read. The book was called The 93rd Thing. I pulled it off the shelf. It was in a library I'd never visited. The card inside showed no checkouts. The copyright page was blank. The first page was blank. The second page was blank. All the pages were blank except one, page 93. On that page, a single sentence. You are missing 93 things. You have 93 days to find them before you are the thing that's missing. I dropped the book. The librarian looked up. She asked if I was okay. I said yes. I lied. I left the library. The book was in my bag. I hadn't checked it out, but it was there, heavy, warm. That night, I dreamed of a room. The room was empty except for a table. On the table, 93 objects, a blue bicycle, a gold locket, a photograph of my grandmother, my best friend's favorite pen, the scar from my knee, floating in a jar of formaldehyde, all the missing things, all the erased memories. They were here, in this room, in this number. A figure stood beside the table. It was tall, featureless. Its skin was the color of old paper. It held a list. The list had 93 entries. My name was at the bottom. 93, it said, the number of the threshold, the number of the almost. You have almost forgotten. You have almost disappeared. You have almost become one of the missing things. But not yet. You have 93 days. Find the things. Touch them. Remember them. If you do, they will return. If you don't, you will join them. On the table, in the room. I woke up. The book was on my nightstand. Open to page 93. The sentence was gone. In its place, a list. 93 items. The blue bicycle. The gold locket. My grandmother's photograph. My best friend's pen. The scar. And 90 other things. Things I hadn't even realized were missing. The smell of rain. The sound of my father's voice. The taste of my mother's chocolate cake. The feeling of being held. I started searching. I went back to the strip mall. The parking lot where my childhood home should have been. I closed my eyes. I remembered. The blue shutters. The oak tree. The pipe tobacco. I opened my eyes. The strip mall was still there, but something had changed. A crack in the asphalt. A tree root pushing through. I knelt down, touched the root. It was warm. It pulsed. I closed my eyes again. When I opened them, the strip mall was gone. The house was back. Blue shutters. Oak tree. The smell of pipe tobacco. I walked to the front door. It was unlocked. Inside, my mother was in the kitchen. She was young. She was making chocolate cake. "You found it," she said. "I've been waiting." I asked her where she'd been. She smiled. She pointed at the calendar on the wall, today's date. But the year was different. It was the year I was born. "You've been looking for missing things," she said. "But the things aren't missing. You are. You've been missing for 93 years. Not this life. The ones before. You've been hopping from body to body, life to life, forgetting each time. The number 93 is the number of lives you've lived, the number of times you've started over, the number of times you've lost everything. And now you're on the 93rd, the last, no more resets, no more new bodies, no more forgetting. You have to remember all of it, every life, every love, every loss. I looked at the list, 93 items, each one a key, each one a memory, each one a life. I spent the next 93 days finding them. The blue bicycle was in my parents' garage. It had never been there before, but now it was. Rusted, flat tires. I touched the handlebars. A memory flooded in. A summer day, the wind in my hair. My father running behind me, letting go. I cried. The bicycle disappeared. The list grew shorter. The gold locket was in my grandmother's jewelry box. She'd been dead for 20 years. But the box was in my attic. I opened it. The locket was there. Warm, I touched it. Another memory. My grandmother's voice, her hands on my face, her kiss on my forehead. The locket disappeared. One by one, 93 items, 93 memories, 93 lives. By the 92nd day, I had found 92. The list had one item left, my name. I was the last missing thing. I had to find myself. I went back to the room, the one from my dream. It was in my basement, behind a door I'd never noticed. The door was painted white. The number 93 was on the knob. I opened it. The room was there. The table, the figure, the list with 93 entries, all crossed out except the last. My name. You have 93 seconds, the figure said. Find yourself, or become one of the missing things forever. I looked around the room. There was no mirror, no photograph, no object labeled me. I closed my eyes. I searched inside. The memories of 92 lives flooded through me, each one a different face, a different self. None of them were me. Not the real me, the me behind the lives, the one who had been watching, the one who had been counting. I opened my eyes. The figure was gone. In its place, a mirror. I looked into it. My reflection was not my current face. It was every face, all 93 of them, overlapping, shifting, and behind the faces, a light. A warm golden light. The light of the thing that had been watching, the thing that had been counting, the thing that was me. I reached out, touched the mirror. The glass rippled. My reflection stepped forward, not out of the mirror, into me. All the faces merged, all the lives converged. I felt them, every joy, every sorrow, every first kiss, every final breath. They were mine, all of them. I had never been missing. I had been waiting for this moment, for this number, for this memory. The room faded, the mirror faded. I was in my apartment. The book was gone, the list was gone, the number was gone. But I remembered everything, every life, every love, every loss. The weight was unbearable, but it was mine. I carried it. I still carry it. That was a year ago. I don't see the number 93 anymore. Not on clocks, not on receipts, not in dreams. The threshold has been crossed. The cycle has ended. I am not missing. I am found. But sometimes, late at night, I feel a pull, a whisper, a number. Not 93, something else. Something new. The next number, the next threshold, the next cycle. Because 93 is not, it's the beginning of remembering, of forgetting, of becoming. You have a number too, everyone does. It's the number of the thing you've lost, the thing you've forgotten, the thing you're missing. It might be 93, or it might be something else. But it's there, in the blank spaces, in the erased memories, in the room behind the door. Don't look for it. Don't count the days. Don't search the list. Just live. Just remember. Just be. Because the things that are missing are not gone. They're waiting for you to find them, for you to touch them, for you to become whole. 983. I found it. I found myself. Now it's your turn. Check your own list, not with your eyes, with your heart. What's missing? What's erased? What's waiting? The door is open. The room is ready. The number is counting. Not down. Up. Toward something whole. I'll meet you there. In the memory. In the life. In the number 983. It's not the end. It's the beginning of the end of forgetting.